On Thursday last week, the federal government filed new charges against Hunter Biden. The media had to report it, but they suppressed it. They didn't go hysterical. They reported far more about Trump being a Nazi or whatever the theme of the day is on him. But the Department of Justice says that alleges Hunter Biden failed to pay $1.4 million in taxes from 2016 to 2019. Okay? 3 felonies, 6 misdemeanors, all new. And isn't it magical that in August they had 3 misdemeanors and a gun thing that the judge threw out, and I'll get to that in a moment. And just less than 4 months later, they can come up with all this stuff after investigating for 5 years. It is really something. Anyway, if convicted, Hunter Biden faces 17 years of prison, but Joe Biden will pardon him. Okay, it's just a matter of when, not a matter of if. So don't expect Hunter to be going to any facility. They won't. All right, now here's what I wrote on Sunday. The case of Hunter Biden is an incredibly vivid example of corruption by the federal government. Situation rivals Watergate and the Teapot Dome scandal, engineered by members of President Warren Harding's cabinet. I'm actually writing about that right now for my upcoming presidential book, which will be out in September. Anyway, the following facts are not in dispute. From 2014 to 2019, Hunter Biden amassed millions of dollars selling influence to foreign concerns. The son of the president used his father's name in multiple deals where foreign nationals were promised access to the elder Biden. We have that on Hunter Biden's computer and on direct testimony from his business associates. There's no question about it. No two sides to this story. Okay, so he was selling influence. And it was obvious he didn't pay taxes. Why? He didn't even file. He didn't even bother to file. So again, there's no two sides to this. The federal government says 1.6. It's a lot more than that. But the statute of limitations have run out for 214, 215 when Hunter Biden amassed a tremendous amount of money. Some people say that was a design. The Justice Department wanted the whole thing to run out under the statute of limitations. Okay. Under Trump, William Barr was the Attorney General. Trump wanted a special counsel appointed to investigate Hunter Biden. Barr refused. Said, it's not, no, my guys are doing the job, which was either dishonest or ludicrous. One or the other for Bill Barr. So under Trump, they could have aggressively gone after Hunter Biden, but Bill Barr would not. Everybody understands that this is not a partisan play here. That is the fact. Enter Merrick Garland, who comes in under Joe Biden. He's even worse than Bill Barr. Okay? What he does is basically wash his hands of the whole thing, doesn't even pay attention to it. And I believe that. And lets his U.S. attorneys do nothing in California, Washington, D.C., and Delaware. Then the Hunter Biden laptop is discovered and all hell breaks loose, but not all hell in the corporate media. No. The New York Post broke it, a few of the others. Here, we discussed it. But NBC, ABC, CNN, CBS, tamp down, tamp down, tamp down. Even Fox didn't cover the story very well because they don't have the skilled players to do it anymore over there. They can't do it. So Biden, Joe Biden, the president, denies everything. My son did nothing wrong. He didn't get any money from China. And we all know that's not true now. Not true. So Merrick Garland, he's running the investigation. He's the Attorney General. And they're trying every which way not to do anything. Finally, they have to do it. So they file these low-level charges in July against Hunter Biden, 3 misdemeanors and a gun thing. It's ridiculous, okay? And no jail time. That's the plea, and the judge throws it out. The judge says, I'm not doing this. This is insane. And then they have to go back to the drawing board. Enter 2 whistleblowers. The guys show up. You know them. They testify in front of Congress, which is the only investigative body. To this day, the FBI is not investigating any of this. Not even involved. Talk about corruption. Christopher Wray, Mr. Corruption. Okay? He can't be bothered. So the two IRS whistleblowers say, hey, we had all the information on Hunter Biden a long time ago. We had it in 14, 15. Nobody do anything about it. That's corruption. Okay? All right, so the latest federal indictment last Thursday is filed in California. Well, who's the U.S. attorney in California? His name is Martin Estrada. He refused to investigate anything. It's on the record. Estrada would not investigate Hunter Biden. He's still there. He's still a U.S. attorney. You talk about corruption, Merrick Garland? So you got Wray's corrupt, you have the FBI. Garland's corrupt. He's the FBI. He's the Justice Department Attorney General. And the U.S. attorney in California is corrupt. This is pretty big, right? And Biden presides over this. He could fire these people at any time if he wanted to, but obviously he doesn't. They're protecting his son. Okay? Now, the bottom line on the story, I hate to use a cliche bottom line, but here it is. The feds, the Justice Department, Barr, Merrick Garland, Christopher Wray, they knew years ago that Hunter Biden was selling influence and not paying taxes. They knew. Joe Biden knew. Jill Biden, his mother, knew. They all knew. Okay? And the corporate media knew. I knew early on. It's beyond dispute. Okay? When you add it all up, it's colossal. Again, it rivals Watergate and Teapot Dome. It will go down in history as one of the biggest scandals in U.S. federal government history. And that's a memo. The final part is the press. Sunday reporting supposed to look back on the week. Remember, the new charges against Hunter Biden broke on Thursday. ABC's Good Morning America totally ignored it. Totally ignored it. ABC's This Week that Stephanopoulos did cover. CBS Sunday Morning, I think they have 8 hours of that, totally ignored it. Fox News Sunday covered. Meet the Press on NBC covered. CNN State of the Union, that's that phony Jake Tapper, the worst, the absolute lowest, worst, didn't cover. And MSNBC didn't cover, but you knew they wouldn't cover that.